We back from another. Oh, yeah, we back from another commercial break with Arms2Bare. We got the special guest, him, Johnnie Domino himself. We got my man, Run. You know, he gonna teach y'all how to put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? We got the Gun King, Stack Man himself over here. You know, Guardian Angel, my brother. You know, we shooting on an antidote only. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know where you can find us at. Shout out to Sister Supreme. I got Big Unk in the building today rocking. You know, shout out to my dude Joe. Gotta give a special shout out to Gems Firearms for the promo and everything y'all do for us. Shout out Brian, Will, Ross. Everybody over there said, shout out Jim himself. Shout out the boys at Louisiana Firearms too for taking care of our SBRs and suppressors. You know,
Mr. Lou too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, I don't know what the hell that is.
Shout out Larry, Lou's Firearm in Central. They just opening up. They're real good people.
Oak Point, yeah.
They're in Oak Point. They sell coat guns. They got an FFL there. You can ship your shit there. Hey, and if you don't, please don't go spray paint your guns. Take your shit to Mr. Larry and Miss Amy and tell them Run or Deke sent you over there, and they go take care of you. They are the best in the game.
I don't even want to fucking talk no more. I don't know none of them letters. FFL, SRT with the serotonin. What the fuck is all that?
The FFL is a federal firearms license.
Oh, teach me. Look, that's why they love me in the ghetto. Y'all ain't know what the fuck that meant too, huh?
To have a gun shipped directly to your home, you must own a FFL. You have to file the paperwork, and it takes a while to do it.
I'm dumb as hell. I'd have been on T-Move trying to order
a lot easier just to
send that bitch, send that bitch, G, my nigga.
You know,
I'm fucking with the lazy communities, man.
Jim's got an FFL.
Send that
Louisiana Auto Firearms got an FFL. You know. FRC got
even your local pawn shop.
Yeah, FRC.
Man,
your pawn shop?
Yeah. Hey, we can't forget
how much it costs.
Shout out, it depends on the person.
Shout out to FRC,
roughly.
the range. We can't forget about the house, the love they show us, that little shootout showdown. So shout out to Mr. Joe. Shout out to all the good guys over there at FRC. If you ever looking for a good range to shoot at, it's right over there off of Choctaw. Okay. It's called FRC. It's gonna have a sign out there say indoor range and clothing. Pull in over there. Tell them Deke sent you. Tell them Nate sent you. They gonna get you right. Make sure you have on closed-toe shoes. You feel me? So you won't be hollering about their races and they ain't let you shoot.
Man, ain't that the real? Sometimes niggas just you gotta come correct. You gotta come. No, sometimes our people just don't be understanding shit, man.
So I'm just keeping it real with you. You know, a lot of times we blame people at these gun stores for being racist because of our ignorance. But if you're going to a gun range, you need eyewear, you need ear protection. You need to make sure your magazine is not inside your weapon. You need to make sure that that weapon is in the case. The same way if you go into a gun store. Because if these people feel threatened in any type of way and they shoot you, I don't want to hear it was racism. That is negligence on your part because you are old enough to go on Google to find any information that you need.
Y'all got all the information.
Learn your laws. They're going to assume the
information. We need to learn the information. We got July 4th coming up with a huge law that's coming into effect in the state of Louisiana that's going to affect people that look like everybody that's sitting on this panel right now.
You happy about that
everybody
shit, you don't
sitting in this room. So we going to dive deeper into it and we going to kick it off with my man Nate because he got some real good points that he brought to me this morning about this law and we'll start there.
Well, okay. We're going to talk about drugs and guns. You know, everybody smoke or whatnot. That's cool. But you know what I'm saying? All the water don't mix and guns and drugs don't mix. So it's like the thing is, if you're going to smoke your shit, keep that shit at the house. You know what I'm saying? When you hop in the car and you ride, you want to protect yourself, keep your gun there. I'm not saying it's cool to be impaired and carry the gun or whatnot, but the law is the law. You know what I'm saying? So you got to follow that shit and walk that thin line to stay afloat out here, man. Keep your family safe, man. Because you can get pulled over with a little joint, a little roach in your ashtray, and you got a pistol on the seat. Now, you thinking it's cool, that seat is with a firearm. Now we're talking about a whole felony case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's 5 to 10 years off of you smoking. What? I caught one too.
Me too. And you lose your firearm.
And you lose your firearm. They're going to take that. You never see it again. Yeah. You got to bond out of jail. You got to get you a lawyer. You got to go to court. You got to go through the fucking steps.
Bunch of shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like, learn the law and learn what you can and what you cannot do.
What your risk is.
Yeah, what your risk is. Now, I ain't telling you don't take risks. You know what I'm saying? Scared money don't make money.
Be smart.
Be smart about it.
T's crossed, your
you know
eyes dotted.
If you gonna smoke, I'm telling you as a black man, if that's what you want to do and you smoke one, have a gun with you, don't bring a fucking zip with you with your gun and then have a blunt rolled up. Roll whatever you gonna smoke. If you gotta eat that shit, if you gotta throw it out the window, when you gotta get pulled over, you ain't got no drugs on you. You just got the gun. Now we gotta deal with that.
Hey, let's take it a step further. Let's be more disciplined.
Yeah, let's be more disciplined.
Because you should be able to ride wherever you're going without smoking weed for 30 minutes if you have a firearm in your car. Which is more important? You looking cool and smoking weed, or you having a firearm that can protect you and your family to ensure that you make it home.
Let's go even a step deeper. The probable cause shit still count because they got a law against you smoking and vaping in your car. Like when they gave you like they can't fuck with you at the house. Right. They got another one that they passed now. The part I don't like about it, if it's a nicotine vape, nigga, it's not weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they left that open because probable cause get a nigga in jail. Because if I got any kind of pill bottle in my plain view, anything in my view, now I got probable cause to go to your car and lock more black motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I need that. They need that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when they making laws. They like, well, gave the house. Shit, we'll keep the car, but twist it to where they can't vape or smoke in the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you hitting your nicotine pen, you getting pulled over. Now you got to prove this motherfucker that it ain't weed. Because all he need is access to you. The car is the most vulnerable spot to any street nigga or black man.
Exactly.
Because me, I like trap houses. I'm not promoting dope. You know, I'm straight righteous and religious now. Weak on the religion, heavy on the righteousness. But the thing about it is the car's the most vulnerable spot. Traffic stops go all kind of ways. They got niggas that die on traffic stops. You need paperwork and processing to get into my home. You know what I'm saying? And then with the laws protecting you with the weed, you can be smoking weed on your porch. And now you got half for you. And I don't be liking to smell like this shit all the time. I take my medicine, wash my hands, sanitize with all that shit my girl be giving with those fragrance sanitizer shit. Bitch, ooh, my hands smell good now, man. I shake hands.
I'm gonna say this. All right, so I'm a CCD, a concealed carry weapons holder.
Please explain it.
You know what I'm saying? So I went through the proper protocol to get my concealed weapons permit. All right.
Federal
and I'm going to tell you this here. Yeah, all that.
Okay.
Fingerprinted, courthouse documents, everything, put together, pay my money. I got my license. All right. I just want to say this. Far as me, I've been having my license for probably damn near 10 years almost now. All right. But I can tell you this. Have I got pulled over for speeding? Yeah. Running a stop sign? Whatever. However I got pulled over before, the protocol is for me to give you my license and my concealed weapon permit when I get pulled over. All right. I can tell you since I've had my concealed weapon permit and I've got pulled over and presented that to them, I've had no problem with the police because I guess they feel like,
I know why.
This nigga, he went through the proper shit and he legit.
They know you trained.
Nah, fuck that. They ain't why.
Not why.
They ain't why. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I went to a club in Donaldsonville and they had no nigga at the door patting down. Every nigga in that bitch had a weapon on.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know you be on them rap tours, nigga. You go where you go to get your little bread. So when I walked in, I say, well, we always send that one nigga to see how they coming at the door. That's how I run plays, bro. Man, they send one, you got entourage, send one of them niggas at the door, let them get pat down, see how deep it is, where the weak spots at. It's got a fence in the back, they got open. You don't know if Rod's in here. I need to know if Rod's in here so I can. You can't die on my watch like Nate. You know what I'm saying? Nate ain't let nigga die. You can't die on my watch. That ain't what we coming for. But the playing field was level. I'm going to tell y'all something. We bumped into two niggas with guns, bumped into each other. Oh, excuse me, man. All right, brother, all right. When the playing field level, niggas play different.
Yeah.
See, it's a lot of bitch ass niggas in the world with insecurity
like
they became police.
That's like the law of the Wild West, though. You know what I'm saying?
So when we know the playing field
level, that's exactly why I said that when you said that. Because it's equal now. Because you're trained. So I don't know what the hell you know or what you got on you once you show me that card.
Right.
And let's be technical. We shoot a lot. We shoot a lot, and they have officers that shoot where we shoot at, and they can't shoot.
Man, we outshoot them all night fucking long.
Police officers can't shoot. That's why when it gets real, they have to call SWAT in.
People who could really shoot.
Their qualifications to pass a test to get their service weapon is low. It's not a hard test to do.
I mean, like prime example, like whenever you look at it from, let's just say a situation happened, you know, we talking about the way they aim and everything. I mean, look how many shots it take to complete whatever they trying to do.
Right.
It's overkill.
You know, I mean, you don't need 117 shots to, you know. So when you got two officers, you know, they both carrying, let's just say 3 mags a pop. You know, let's just say they off 2 of them. You know, that's 60, 70 rounds they didn't went towards whatever they were trying to shoot.
Right.
So, that nigga dangerous. They pull up, he know how much they got. He lit up.
I mean, but even chiming back to what we were saying earlier though, like I feel like a lot of people don't want to. I know you post politics all the time. A lot of people try not to involve themselves in it. Oh, I don't need to. But it's like you need to know what's going on. And the reason you need to know what's going on because let's just say you do get caught up in the jam or you do get caught up in some shit. All that, I ain't know, yada, I ain't know.
They got a saying for that. Ignorance is the law is no excuse.
Every
time. They locked every nigga up, you know they told that shit too.
So it's like, I tell people it's 4 steps to it, right? Like me and Deke was saying earlier. Before you reach consequences, you got steps, right? So you got preventability, right? So whatever situation you into, whether somebody told you about it, whatever, is always gonna be preventable, right? Every situation is preventable. You know what I'm saying? The second thing after that is the action. Let's just say you like, fuck prevent it. We here now, right? So now the action then occurred. You feel me? So after the action, you got accountability. Accountability, right?
If you don't, you're supposed to have that. You should have that.
Sometimes it come before or during, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But at the end come the consequence. And once you get to that point of the consequence, you can't pick what your consequence gonna be at that point. You feel me? At that point, the ball not in your court no more.
Right.
You had that ball when you was in a preventable stage. You know what I'm saying? So now that we here now, this is what it come with. So, but overall saying though, like when you in a situation or before you get there, make sure you educated on it. So, you know, knowing about your gun laws, right? Or your state, because they vary in each state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have the same laws as California. We don't have the same laws as Texas. Texas, somebody steal your car, you got a right to follow their ass and kill them.
Yeah.
We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So every state really different.
Don't get him hunted down.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different, you know?
And a lot of people from Louisiana, we like to travel to Destin, Florida, or Orange Beach, Alabama, and stuff like this for these little quick vacations. But you need to do research on gun laws of the cities that you drive through because in Hancock, Mississippi, they don't allow firearms, period. So if you get pulled over for a speeding ticket and you're a concealed carrier from Louisiana, it's up to that police officer to his discretion to say, I'm going to take you to jail or I'm going to let you go. And if you go to jail, after July 4th with this, by you being from Louisiana, you are
day for day.
No parole and no bond.
What Hancock at? It's what
it is right past Gulfport. It's not far.
Going that way.
It's right where the jail is. You know, when you're on the interstate in that jail, it's probably about 15 miles the city. Yeah. But it's no handguns. It's before Biloxi. There's no handguns allowed in this county. You see what I'm saying? So if you get stopped, but we don't know this because we don't research enough about what we do.
I'm glad you said this shit. Now, why I did this? How I move now. I used to be. Nate knew me when they went to school. I was dumb as a motherfucker, man. Nate tell them nigga the truth, man. I ain't sensitive about it. Insecurity is one of our biggest fucking problems, bro. Say, bro, what he just said. Now he told me about this Hancock, Mississippi shit. My mind said I want to go see what the population numbers look like.
Yeah,
and
you want to do some research.
The race breakdown.
Yeah,
because now if it's majority white and the police gonna be white, then look who has the discretion.
Yeah,
in that time. People don't understand that conspiracy shit came when they couldn't stop Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that get you fucked up in the streets, dog. That bro, if you do the math on all the time you do, and you do a math on a regular fucking job, if you make millions of dollars and you go do 15, 20 fucking years and you do the math on it,
you would have made that meal.
You'd have made that fucking money, man. And you want shit that people can't take from you now. That's why I had to cold turkey quit the streets because, bro, let me tell y'all something. Niggas ain't gonna say this. I'm only saying this because I'm a quitter and I'm never going back. And if I don't be accountable and tell the truth, that means I'm a sneak back. I'm sneaky. I'm slick. Man, the plugs pussy. The plugs keep buffers in between real niggas. Like aggressive Louisiana nigga like me, I get off the plane and buy a knife. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm for that rough shit, man. I don't give a fuck who you is. We're gonna respect each other. Cause that nigga ride your dick, but I don't do no dick riding. I like the underdog. You ain't shit to me cause I'm trying to get everything you got, nigga, and bring it to the bottom. That's the only reason why I'm even dealing with you. I don't respect the plug how other niggas look at him. So I'm so aggressive and so real and tell him, man, you fucked that up, my nigga. You know, and then where my shit? That's me. So they put a buffer in between a nigga now, and this nigga's a yes man, and that's how they move. So you got a weak nigga in between you and a lot of these organizations. The only ones still be really thugging and moving how they supposed to move, the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they put a buffer because they scared of black folk. You see what I'm saying? Mexicans ain't scared of no niggas, man. They niggas too. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking on that note, like Deke said, and we fuck up with that because like, we think we each other enemy, bro.
We ain't.
And it be on the most uncredible bullshit ever.
It be bullshit. Like I'm gonna put it like this, right? I'm gonna put it like this.
I got a
jail full of every nigga in jail for murder. Not no bad nigga.
Them all our soldiers in jail.
You know what I'm saying? Like some situations a nigga was just put in. And they didn't have the emotional intelligence to conduct themselves afterwards. You feel me? Like you said, I know who my enemy is.
Imagine we have a race war and we the biggest majority population already.
Majority, but it's like we putting money in.
They gonna hate on each other.
Why did race war break out? We finally got more blacks than whatever, right? How many of them on? How many of them are felon?
Right.
How many of them in jail?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now you shooting, and you
realize
that's
the big thing.
Imagine being in the war and you get down to your last 50 men, and you start adding up all the niggas you killed.
From a tactical side, from us though,
you hear me?
Y'all know, like I know.
Imagine that, dog.
How many black people y'all know they got night vision?
None.
How many black people y'all know
got night vision?
Not the shit they said they sell in city gear, but how many people you know got real
body armor,
vest and body armor?
You
know what I'm saying?
We got many though.
And this is me being transparent. The people who taught me how to carry myself in a shit hit the fan moment don't even look like me.
Yeah.
You know, so what
they got bumpers and everything.
You know what I mean? And I know, like, I ain't trying to get too political.
No, that's
I ain't even trying to get political, but like whenever they get to talking about the race war shit and all of this, you know what I mean? Like I see they post on Instagram all the time. I'm like, bro, they telling y'all without telling y'all.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Just like, for one, I feel like if shit hit the fan, most welfare, you know, domestically gonna happen at night. Yeah. Why? Because we not prepared for that.
Yeah.
You know, like
on top of
because and then like I tell people with this gun shit get real expensive. Like you gotta scope.
It ain't cheap to go to war.
You gotta scope this big. This
this
scope can be the difference between you seeing the night at night. This scope $5,000. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This night vision set headset and all. It's 10 bands. What you gonna do then?
What you gonna do?
You know,
it's like
I get called crazy for having.
You don't want your family going up against all that, bro. Without some type
it's like
of
ammo. Like I want to say this about ammo. The average gun owner, all right, let's say first time gun owner, they go to the store, they're gonna buy whatever gun that they can afford. We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, that's
you know
another
what I'm saying? Because you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay
for. One,
for sure.
For two, all right, this man gonna sell you a 20 box of hollow points for self defense, and he gonna give you he gonna sell you a 50 box of practice ammo. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna fill your magazines up with this 20 box or whatever. One magazine that hold 15 or 17. You got 3 rounds sitting, whatever. And then this 50 box of practice ammo, you ain't even gonna go shoot your gun. You just bought the gun because that's what he told you should buy, and now all you got is fucking 70 rounds.
You know that exposed that for me though? Was COVID. I don't know. Y'all. I know y'all.
Bullet shortage.
I know y'all bought ammo during COVID.
Yeah.
I remember getting in lines at Academy, airline. I was in line. Academy open to 8 or 9. I'm in line at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get there, I got my wife with me.
To buy another box.
To buy another box because they like, we only gonna sell y'all
one box or 2 boxes.
Then the prices of it spike. You feel me? So now let's just say we in a real scenario now. They not opening up. You feel me? So now you stuck with what you got. You feel me?
People don't understand that. And then like the thing is, like we go to the range, bro. You shoot, you know what I'm saying? And it's like this, bro. I could take 100 rounds, 150 rounds to the range. In 20 minutes, I'm blinking like, man, I ain't got no more ammo.
That shit gone. That shit like
it. You know what I'm saying? And that's me taking my time.
Yeah, gun range.
Now we ain't talking about in a situation where I'm really ducking and dodging and really trying to hit something. That's totally different.
I tell niggas the gun range like casino, man. Shit. That'd be like a roulette table.
It be kind of like golf, bro. I don't know nothing about it, bro. I can't go.
Man, niggas got, hey, bro.
Man, that bitch.
Hey, can convicted felons go to the gun range?
Yeah, you go.
Shit, I brought.
Not dead. I ain't talking about dead. I'm talking about. I know. I'm talking about on camera. I know I can go with you, but I'm talking about.
That's.
I mean, I done brought them with me.
That's a good question because, but they don't ID or none of that.
Yeah,
none of them. So I would think that they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I
mean, might put them on something. Might need.
I feel like this though.
I mean, we need to check that.
Being transparent about guns, I feel like. However, I know me in my community. I know I was taught about guns when they come to being around them and stuff like that, right? But I was never taught the in-depthness. You know, I was told guns kill people, always stay away from guns. You don't need no gun. You know, I was told that, you know, so when I grew up and I'm going around my family members and they like, what the fuck you got that for? You don't need that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Mom, they got switches out there.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
shit.
topic.
I'm like, Mama, it's dangerous out there right now.
I used to go get a switch off the tree, baby.
Yeah,
no,
look, I don't need that mace. They got shit out there, Mama. Like, so, you know, I know me growing up, I was taught the negativity, the negative side of guns, right? Yeah. I was taught that ain't some shit I needed. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that, you know, I wasn't even taught the in-depthness of the law behind it. As I got older and I ain't gonna lie, like I got most of my knowledge on the shitter. After work, I didn't work the full 8. I'm at home. I'm looking up. I got most of my knowledge from the shitter.
Like, bless,
you know,
thank my grandfather. My grandfather was in the guns, so he showed all us how to work guns and operate guns. And then I lay around there and I took a hunting class. And what I took from the class wasn't nothing dealing with hunting. The people told me, they say, if you buy a gun and you got kids at home, take that gun home and teach them kids about that gun immediately. Don't make it taboo to them because they're curious.
Yeah.
Give it to them without the magazine. Show them how to decock it.
Yeah.
Show them how to check it. Show them everything, teach them so they're not curious, but that's why we have so many black kids killing themselves in the black community because the gun is just sitting there and they have no idea what it is. Yeah. They don't even know it's a fucking gun.
It's a life change in your hand, man.
I say,
you know what I'm saying?
They may know it's a gun.
But a lot of they may know it's a gun, but I mean they don't know what it can actually do. That it's fine if I pull it. They don't understand life. Because if you talk about a 4-year-old, you can tell a 4-year-old that this is a ladder. And a 4-year-old go look at it and they go say, it's a ladder. But do they really comprehend what the use of the ladder is?
Getting up and down.
You know what I'm saying? They don't understand it. And that's the same thing with a gun. Exactly. So if you don't explain that to them to set it down, hey, once you pull this back, once you pull this trigger right here, that's it. It's no more of that. And we don't do that.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say some shit that a nigga shouldn't say in front of 3 niggas that love guns. You also could live without that bitch.
Yeah,
but I people live without that bitch.
I said that on last episode. It's a lot of times that I will go places because people know me for having a gun. I ain't got no rod on me.
But why you? But
because I know I know who my oppressor is again.
Niggas gotta get out free, man, and start talking like men, bro. And stop taking the word of females and people. They got people who will mislead you, dog. Man, you gotta realize, I had to think about how stupid I was arguing with a fake page. Man, this nigga respect me already. If a fake page come tell me something, man, that bitch respect me so much, he won't even let me see his face because he know when I see him, I'm slap the fuck out of him. Just for playing with me. But now, I might see you and laugh at you, chuckle at you, because when you got that security about yourself, bro, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of that shit be insecurity. Niggas feel like they gotta do that in front of females. I gotta look. When we were Nate, we fight. You remember, I'm Dusty Quita May kid. Me fighting kept a nigga from driving me. You ain't finna drive me, I'm gonna beat you up. You know, so now I'm Dusty. I ain't fresh. I don't have a Nautica heel figure, all the shit you got. I got Dickies and a t-shirt on. You lay away from wieners, right?
But I ain't scared.
But I ain't scary. So all I had was that shit, and then the girls like bad boys. So when your name getting called, So I went from all
I went in a lot of different ways.
That's how I was getting my shine, by fighting and carrying on and proving it up. We had to prove that we were gangster before we could sell drugs. The niggas we tried to get drugs from said, man, nah, you ain't selling no drugs. Get the fuck around us. These niggas here getting their grandma pills, and now he a plug. Like nigga, it's deeper than that, my nigga. Like you don't know what come with this shit. You can go get grandma rocks, and you can sell them bitches, and that money gonna go fast, but fast money bring other shit fast too. Jack boys, hoes, and feds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the shit that I did, bro. I done made money, and I understand it all, bro. But I'm telling you now, I came to this point at 42 where the shit wasn't really working. I ain't got shit to show for none of that shit. Like I can show you some balling ass nights. I can show you some great times. Like that bitch made memories, bro. And I fucked the money up. I fucked it up. Now,
and most niggas who was getting fast money, like I come from a family of niggas who done what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like real big stupid money.
It's an addiction, bro.
But at the same time, now it's like you did that then, but what about now?
You know what the most shocking thing since I ain't worked from 08 to now, right? The most thing that I worked before. I always work and sold drug, The hardest thing from 08 to now, bro, was really comprehending that I gotta put one check with this check to pay a fucking bill. That shit was kind of like aggravating to me because I used to tell my girl, hey, go in here and get that out of there. And then boom, or look, I cashed up, take a cash app, or go to Walmart to Walmart. You know, it was just easy. I could be anywhere in the world. I could just make that money move. That's an addiction. They need drug dealer rehabilitation because I had the cold turkey go to the bottom and you watch your last 65,000 go on just bills. You ain't buying J's, you ain't popping bottles, you ain't doing no stupid shit. You just be in a fog.
I can speak on my pops in that. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops went to jail when I was 8. He got out when I was 18, 3 days before I graduated, right? So one thing you got to think about it, right? So I was just telling my wife this last week. You know, when these dudes go to jail, you know, nigga fucking with kids, and let's just say they eventually come home, it's fucking like they get up enough. But I'm saying they stay in that motherfucker. But I'm saying whenever it come down to like when you got like a drug charge or a drug offense, right? You know, you coming home, I feel like there should be credit classes, right? They should teach niggas how to get funding. They should tell niggas how to go about building their credit. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be a thing. You know what I mean?
That
like
should start at high school.
Why weed dealers wasn't offered a weed license to sell weed?
Right.
Who do it better than you?
I got 2 more examples, right? So
Mr. Fab.
You know, I know we were speaking on the system earlier, right? So my pops came home. He was in the feds, right? So of course when him coming home, he had to go to a halfway house and shit. So I know like how that whole probation phase go. They just want you working. They don't give a fuck what you do. So my pops, like growing up as a kid, the years I did have my dad, I ain't gonna lie, I had everything I wanted. You feel me? We stayed on them acres. I had 4-wheeler. Man, my pop used to have a Thunderbird. He used to let me drive through the yard. You know, like just fuck it. We had the Lakers, like, man, run that bitch. Like
shit was fun.
Shit was fun as hell. You know, like I had PlayStation, I had 20 pit bull puppies, like nigga had everything. You know what I'm saying? So you talking to somebody who was making money like that, and then when they get out,
they can't get to it back to it.
They telling pops like, work at Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like seeing my
nigga,
you know what I'm saying? Like seeing my daddy, like me seeing my daddy, like I'm 18 now. I'm like fuck. You know, my other partner, they daddies and shit in the plants and shit. I'm like, man, pops, I hate that shit for you. So I got an uncle. Rest in peace. He just died. He died in back in February, man. Rest in peace, bro. That was one of the people. I didn't have my dad growing up. You feel me? But that was one of them dudes that like, hey, if you gonna fuck with that, don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like.
He needed too, boy.
That shit hurt. It's still to this day that shit, even though it's still fresh, it's still, he wanted people to deserve to get old, you feel me? But he had me pouring concrete at 14, doing foundations and shit at 14. You know what I mean? So I got to know what that outside life feel like. Yeah. That's how I know I ain't no outside working nigga. Because I learned early, like, but, you know.
But that's what we had to do. We had to test everything.
So, like, but he showed me that I ain't have to get older and have to feel hop so much because I saw what they were like.
Yeah,
but
he was trying to teach you a trade, something to get you some
right.
money.
So I know. So I feel like the goal is to bring value to your people, right? That's how I feel. So the fact that he was able to present that opportunity for me years down the line, I'm like, man, I know he can give it to my dad. Say, man, my daddy got out of jail. They got him at Waffle House. I know he dabbled in construction before he went in. Can you look out for my daddy? Take your daddy, call him. Man, my daddy called me here. You feel me? He was like, man, hey, your people just called me. He said he got a job lined up for me. You know, man, I appreciate that. You know, he was like, he was ready for me to give him my probation officer number and everything. Bought my pops everything he needed to get started. My pops ain't been back since.
Man, you know what people don't understand, that ecosystem when you take a rich nigga out the hood. Like your pops to them might have been a criminal and drug dealer, whatever they want to call him. But one nigga feeds so many niggas on the web. So Pops probably had one or two niggas, or maybe three max if he's smart, so where he can minimize who deal with him if he at the top. Well, them three niggas feeding webs of niggas, 8 niggas, 10 niggas, and them niggas feed.
It's a primary
niggas
feed.
That is, he explained it right.
It's a primary screen. It's umbrella effect.
You know, this nigga bringing in $2 million a year, right? Nigga, that money trickle down.
Right.
This the black economics they can't count. This why the girls, the pastor get this money. Big mama get dropped off $400-500. The girl, I'm tricking. This bitch need her hair done. The hairstylist feel this money. You know what I'm saying? The clothing stores feel this money. Then you yank that nigga out the ecosystem, and they say
everybody looking at each other.
No, you start seeing bank robberies again. You see how they phase in, phase out?
You create an environment for crime. Like, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Most of your people and most of your people, most of your people who kill, bro, and do it with ill intent, like they just some natural head busting type of motherfucker. Like the type of environment they come from, they not in a situation where they can make fun. Cause I'm gonna keep it a beam. I know me when I'm working and I got shit coming in and I got shit to look forward to, I can't think wrong. I can't think to do wrong. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. If I was in a lesser situation, and let's just say I'm in the mentality of a crab in a bucket type of situation, let's just say it's how I'm thinking at the time, right? I'm going to look at everybody doing right or doing better than me wrong. Because think about it, right? I had somebody pull on my door handle on my Ring camera like a couple months back. You feel me? They not doing that off of Hoosha 2 Road. You, bro, I got what you got, bro. Why you yanking on my door? You feel me? So that's why I say sometimes we can be each other's oppressors, and that ain't how that shit's supposed to be. But at the same time, we can be like this show we doing right now. This is a blessing to some people watching it. You feel me? Like we opening up mental doors right now for some folks. You feel me? So we can also be each
over a lot
other's.
of niggas' head too, because they're undereducated. But the one thing that saved my life, brother, I can tell all y'all that shit is YouTube University. And all
University.
We had encyclopedias, bro.
Bro, YouTube talking about
we ain't had this internet shit. We had to go dig to find some shit.
On top of that,
I'm from the MapQuest era where we had to print that bitch out on the paper.
Another thing,
to get where I'm going.
Most people don't understand about today's era, and we're gonna say the word Google. You know what I'm saying? When you Google something, the first thing that pop up is the most whoever paid for it to be at the top.
For sure.
It ain't even gotta be fact. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta cross-reference what you Googling. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to Google 5 different things and say, okay, well, I believe 3 out of these 5. So the 3 out of 5 is the majority. I'm gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, check
it's
this.
A crazy world.
I ain't gonna lie. This just something I feel like we need to do in our community. It's a question, and then I got a resolution for it.
Okay.
Now, it's a question for all of us. How do you feel? What do you think we need to do to beat the systematic oppression? Or what is the number one cause of us losing the battle of systematic oppression?
I got 2 answers.
Go ahead. You could answer too.
Yeah.
The inability to think or close. Ooh. This is the best way.
Sister
the
Supreme.
Inability, Sister Supreme, the inability to think. Like, especially with these laws coming up now, everybody who comes to the studio, we've been playing chess. The laws have changed. Ain't no 85%. Ain't no second chance.
Gonna lay it down, baby.
We gotta be able to think before we move. And we feel we don't have conflict resolution.
Yeah.
So if you can't think it through, you can't solve conflict. We have pride.
All right.
Like that imbalanced ego to fail of many men. One of y'all said that last episode when we was filming. But then also that inability to think it through all the way. Those two right there, one that's going to save many generations, that's going to solve many conflicts, but that's going to allow our community to build. We're saying, hey, black man, I've seen black men who have problems.
Yeah,
or past that in the past, they hey, black man, let's have a conversation. Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
Let me have a conversation with you as a man to a man.
Nah.
And really want to
Be vulnerable with your brother.
I want to piggyback though, because you're right. But all that's connected to one thing, and that's your education. Your cognitive reaction skills, all that shit is a direct. The way I respond now, the way I think now, even the way I talk now, is because I kept reading and researching and digging in shit that I had no clue. I didn't understand the jargon. I didn't understand what perpetual mean. I ain't know none of this shit. Yeah. This shit over my head. I just wanted to be a gangster and a real nigga my whole life. Rich, real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Because like this.
You know what I'm saying? But the education, if the school, you see the school fail your child, what's the backup to that? They gone by 6th grade.
Right. Because see, my answer to the question was knowledge.
Education.
You know what I'm saying? And people are not knowledgeable about nothing, especially not the law. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said before, you know what I'm saying? The law is written in black and white. The real nigga area is the gray area, the black and the white mix. You know what I'm saying? A nigga can punch on whoever, punch on you bad, hit you 25 times, and then they run. But you got a gun and you shoot them in the back. Now what? You know what I'm saying?
You gonna live at the sausage factory.
Exactly.
Who wanna go live at the sausage factory? Ain't nobody wanna live with no niggas, man.
But I'm gonna say that my answer to it though, and all our answers are real like the same. You know what I'm saying? Like especially yours, like it's really come down to me the emotional intelligence, right? You gotta be willing to, for one, stand your ground emotionally, like not just physical, right? You know what I mean? Like, and when I say that, I mean like you gotta be able to be every bitch, hoe, and everything in the dictionary, whatever, whoever telling you whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to be all that. You feel me? Because the overall, like Deke said last episode, being able to go home to what you created, that's the ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, no matter what we do, whether we going to work, whether we doing this or we doing that, we running errands, the goal is to always get back to home. You feel me? To home. Mm-hmm. So I feel like a lot of that comes down to emotional intelligence, right? Mm-hmm. And knowing yourself. Mm-hmm. I gotta know me to the point where
loving you too.
What we were speaking about, what I was telling y'all about Grace earlier, right? I gotta love the brother next to me that I don't know enough to the point where me and him get in a confrontational situation. Let's just say I got more emotional intelligence than he do. Mm-hmm. I gotta be willing to say, you know what? I'm the better think out of us in this situation right now. Like, right now, my brother don't know no better. Because I love us as a whole.
He don't even know.
He don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So, he don't know right now, based on whatever, I'm willing to be okay with a loss of life in a situation. I'm
without even knowing you.
Without even knowing you, I gotta be able to love the person next to me. Like I'm like, okay, I'm okay with a loss of life in a situation right now. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is, I gotta love you enough before we get there.
You know how you can love him though? You love your brother more when you love yourself more.
Yeah.
When I started I thought I loved me. You know what I'm saying? I thought I loved me, but then I started to look at how I treated me.
Yeah, for sure.
I always looked out for everybody but me. Sure. So do I really love me? You see what I'm saying? When I really start loving me, I stop tolerating a lot of shit. We're gonna have a keep it real contest. If I'm just meeting you, everybody speak highly of you, great. I don't believe shit but results. Sure. We're gonna have a keep it real contest until one of us fail, and I know I ain't gonna fail. I die first, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, people don't be really understanding that when I started loving me more, I got to fuck from around certain shit.
Yeah.
These niggas do whole shit, and I'm not tolerating it. It be my friend and whoever it be. Say that again.
You know why you got to love me more?
Why?
To go back to what they said, knowledge is self.
Yeah, I got more educated.
That was something I
kept reading. It all the same shit.
Like that, it says
boom, 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 boom.
But that's
saying
that shit comes with a lot of
full
heartache and
circle.
pain, though.
Yeah, it's full
you know what I'm saying? Like to even be in that vibration, it comes with a lot of heartache and pain. Like you lost a lot to even feel that type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with all that, but I think our core issue with it is way deeper than face level.
And they go years back.
Yeah.
Because
I
I'm going to give you a saying that all us probably agree with the saying, but to a certain extent.
What is that?
Fuck 12. Because no matter how many times somebody say fuck 12, when your grandma have a heart attack on that floor, you call 911.
Straight up.
So,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that ain't 12, that's the ambulance. Or the fire truck. But nah, look, you right.
But because all police aren't bad police.
They not.
Because that's just like saying, fuck black people because I done had a mishaps with a black person.
One bad experience.
Not all of them the same.
In order, Malcolm X, my teacher who I studied, in order to infiltrate any system, we have to get inside of the system. We can't throw rocks at the police station from the outside and expect results. Because inside they bulletproof glass, they're sitting there laughing at you, knowing that you're not gonna get results from any of this, what you're doing. In order to get results, we need to teach our young black brothers and sisters, hey, we need to try to become judges. We need to try to become lawyers. It's nothing wrong with you being a police, but be a straight up police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it scares them off when you got people that you look up to, like Boo telling you, fuck 12. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it because I come from the ghetto and I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think all police are bad police. I really don't. Some of them are good. And I don't fuck with them. But I got
family out there too. Like
exactly.
I got motherfuckers. They got police out there. I'll beat you up behind.
Exactly.
You know.
They got niggas that school home. They got niggas I went to school with that I'm glad that they're police.
That are good police.
Situation to where like I done got pulled over
and you need them. And you need them.
Hey, I'm about to be missing.
Man, we lay around there and popped up like that nigga threw a smoke bomb and was like, Nate, you straight? Yeah, I'm glad you here now.
I ain't gonna say no name, but you better tell them, boy, them Glen police know how to fight, dog.
Oh, what?
You better tell them.
Push it up.
Say, I be ready to call the police. They know how to fight, dog.
Got family and they gotta take care of them. They gotta take care of. And I'm not mad.
You know, I gotta check the streets. I gotta check the streets. Can I check the street?
Check
street nigga. I need to talk to y'all. Some of y'all too dumb and didn't know what you was doing, and then you all call the police racist, try to use racism to cover up your bullshit. You were doing some dumb shit, got caught taking lick. Bruh, you ain't never heard me attack my arresting officers, but dog, some of these officers real niggas, man, they'll beat you up, dog.
I'm about to tell y'all some real shit, bro. I'm about to tell y'all some real shit.
And I don't trust none of them, don't like none of them, but I know some. I'm about to tell you know what I'm talking about.
Some of the boys zip shit from the shoulders, for real.
R.I.P. to Richard Rodney Jr. That was my father, dog. You know what I'm saying? He was the first African-American captain of Baton Rouge City Police Department. Look it up. Look it up.
He the first black?
The first black.
Ooh.
My daddy. I'm telling you some real shit. I can tell you some stories about, you know, back in the fucking 60s and shit and 70s and shit, you know, nigga went to the military. So, like, as a black man, you ain't have a lot of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, the next step was law enforcement because you had a military background. Yeah, so, he had to do what he had to feed his family. Man, my daddy told me a story about when he was, because you started as a patrolman, about him having to try to run behind somebody and run between the house. And the man ran between the house. He running between him. And then next thing you know, that he knew the clothesline was there. My dad didn't know the clothesline was there. After that, my daddy got internal affairs. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't like bad cops. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like bad cops. He wanted to do desk work. He didn't want to do that shit.
Yeah, and get what?
He was behind his people.
All good police don't last long.
No,
especially if you go get the bad one.
No.
They gonna get you up out of there.
Oh
boy.
no, because with the Alton Sterling protest, my bro, I salute him. Still a cop, stand up guy. I'm talking about I die for him. I go to war with any nigga consider themselves a street nigga with him. Yeah. And I'm proud that he put that motherfucking uniform on and I love him to death.
Yeah.
You feel me? But when them people told him to go out there and face them people and put SWAT and riot gear on, he told them, no, you could take my gun badge and whatever you want to do for me, but they got people out there that look like my mom. I never faced them and do that. And they got a lot of you bitch ass black police that suited up and went out there and put people like this man in jail for fighting for what was right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what made me though.
You know what I'm saying?
Alton Sterling, that shit y'all racism, that would turn me up on the activism.
People don't do it. That's why I say. But that's why I connected with this man. I have been watching this man promote music and everything. But when I see you fighting for something that's right, I respect that shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I'ma die about that with this because anything to protect the black race, the black people, we gotta come together. We got too much division in our race. Like too much division about nonsense.
That's my bullshit.
I got a question.
Hey,
too much
I'm gonna put this
division.
on here too. You gonna forget it? You gonna remember it? That nigga Pat, you know Pat.
Yeah,
Pat told me he say racism ain't bad. He said, think about it. That's what he said. Watch how he land this shit fucked up. He say, think about every other culture. You know what I'm saying? They stand on, and when the racist white folk, when they hate you, they will fuck over white folk that like you. They so serious about hating blacks and Jews and faggots. That's how they say, excuse me, gay community. When they hate, they hate you. You see them niggas in that patriot shit going to gay parade. They want to whoop everybody for them people fucked up. But think about all the other cultures, they stick together. The Mexicans, the Chinese, they can all stay in the house. The Arabs start a business. Then the next family members come through them. They move up. So they say we was the only ones that they ain't teach that we supposed to be black, pro-black. Imagine if we just thought about us, give a fuck about us. We keep wanting to be invited and accepted by them, but let them go to St. George, let go turn Scotland up. We so worried about division. You know what I'm saying? Scotland was black.
Segregation or integration. You feel me? Like you say, segregation and integration. I'm saying black people, we do everything to be accepted by these people instead of being accepted by ourselves. Oh, I got to do this so I can be accepted by these people. Like, hey, black people need to learn to work together, to stick together, to stay together.
You know what's so weird about that shit too? Who everybody won't be like at the end of the day?
The black people.
Everybody won't be like you, and you trying to be accepted by everybody fucking else.
But even in the music though, right? I saw Waka Flocka say this shit in the interview. Why for me to go buy a Rolls Royce, right? This him in quotes. Go buy a Rolls Royce knowing I done made it, knowing I got money, with the intention to go back to where I came from, to where the people that look like me, and go shit on them.
Right.
So that's gonna make them, and especially if I'm not coming to giving out no knowledge, giving out no love, trying to give out any type of education or knowledge, the people gonna resent me. Even though I'm from where they from and they know me, they gonna resent me because it's like, why come here like that?
They gonna resent you anyway, bro.
My main question though was, I know with us talking about this, what do y'all would like? What would y'all like to see as us as a whole, us as a culture, what does Black excellence look like? What does that look like in the future?
For you.
What that look like with us? What y'all see as us as a
financial
culture?
literacy, bro.
Okay.
Most black people don't know what an IUL is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Most people don't know Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. They don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck compound interest is.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how these people are getting ahead of us, bro. I get it. It was a divide between slavery, black men, and, you know, people having farms, and white people got their money up way higher than us. But we weren't taught financial literacy. Grade school is not teaching you financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to understand that credit is better than money. You know what I'm saying? That how to use debt.
But
you know what I'm saying?
In certain situations, because in the American dream, credit is better than money.
Yeah.
But cash is always gonna be king, because the American dream is debt.
Yeah, and
no
see,
matter how you
and
look
control.
at it,
It's
it's
recycling.
debt
It is.
and control.
But see, the
You can't control
businessman
that
though,
cash.
this is the thing about the businessman though, bro. They know how to use debt for their benefit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They're
saying.
gonna be in debt. They want to be in debt. They want to be in more debt.
For
Yeah.
their benefits because of their color.
Yeah, for sure.
But see, this is the difference. Okay, check this out. You want to build a house, right? You go to the bank. You lend the money from the bank. 30 years minimum on a mortgage, right? You say you're 40 years old. So that means 70 years old when you through paying for your house. The average black person life expectancy as a male is 48 to 54 years old.
It's dropped for sure.
So you will never own that house, and you're gonna still be in debt with nothing you own. But see, when you take cash and you buy something, I own this today. So if I die, my
that.
children have this shit today. The bank can't come back and get this.
Yeah.
See, they didn't sold us on getting debt. But debt is not where it's at. Because when you in debt, you're paying them double for something that costs for one thing. This shit might be $5, and when you through with the debt, you done paid $25 for it. You done bought it 5
Predatory
times.
lending.
So you done bought it enough for them to put 4 more cars on their lot and rip 4 more people off. Now they can rip 8 more people off. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
The bank though.
Hey, you know what a
Yeah,
conservative
$1
told
For
me?
every $1, they gonna loan out $2.
Oh, yeah, that's how it go.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It's like-
Timmy, did y'all understand this, bro? Dude, a conservative. I forgot he's some other shit. I was listening to. You know, I like to listen to everybody.
Yeah.
Man, that dude say, you know how many times they get taxes on one used car? He said the initial buyer. I didn't even peep this. This was over my head. He said that the first nigga who buy the bitch brand new pay taxes. When they sell that bitch, you know what I'm saying? That next cat who buy it pay taxes, and then it keep going, and even the nigga when they get down to a $500 car, it turned to $500 or a donation on taxes.
But then on top of that, though,
One piece of thing get taxed 10
The
times.
bank that sold this debt to another person, and then they just sold this debt to another person. So everybody making money on some crazy shit.
Nah, it's just, I ain't gonna lie. My grandfather, old school nigga, my grandfather ain't believe in banks. He ain't believe in credit cards.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
grandfather had a rule of thumb. If I can't afford to buy something twice off the gate,
I
I
should
never
buy
pay
it.
for
I
it
should never
once.
buy it. My
Yeah.
daddy told me
They
that.
taught,
You know what I'm
taught that
saying?
too.
So
we
if-
was taught to only spend 10% of what we got.
yeah, if you ain't got the
Among our
money
means.
afterwards, you know what I'm saying, you can't afford that and you don't need to buy it. But we live outside our means to appease to everybody else. Because what's the difference? I never understood this, and maybe I'm wrong. But what's the difference in you building your dream house and you going in debt, right?
Mhm.
And you can't do nothing else but build your dream house and go in debt. Now, I could go rent a house for cheaper that I never own, right?
Pay taxes on it.
Never have to do nothing but pay the rent, right? It's cheaper, and I could save my money, and I could buy investment properties for my kids to own.
Yeah.
Instead of saying I'm leaving my kids one home.
For sure. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
multiple.
Because this debt, this loan that they're giving you is so much shit and so much penalties. Say you get sick and you can't go to work for 6 months.
You don't have it set up the way it
You gotta have the right insurance behind
Nothing.
it.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You gotta have the right
nothing
insurance behind
but
that.
if I bought 5 trap houses, y'all got collateral.
Exactly. You see
Or
what
y'all
I'm
can
saying?
split them up amongst each other, man.
They sell us on this American dream of it being dead, and nothing is wrong with credit when it is used the right way.
Yeah, you gotta know what that
But
is.
a lot of people use credit in the wrong way.
The wrong way though.
Because, dog, if we put our mind to it, people don't believe it, but we can do it. If you say, I'm going to take $500 a week, $500 a week, $500 a week, $500 a week, 4 people, right?
That's 2.
$8 grand a month.
That's $2 grand.
$2 grand a week.
8, you know what I'm saying? $8 grand a month. You can find an investment property for $40,000.
Yeah.
So within 2 months,
Where's property taxes?
you feel me?
5 months it's
We
paid
could
for.
buy,
Adjudicated property.
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And flip it
Yeah.
and make the money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we so divided, everybody pulling, no, I'm gonna buy this bitch myself.
Everybody wanna be.
And I'm gonna go to the bank and ask the bank to borrow
We can
the
have
money.
more than one.
Yeah.
Why we gotta go to the bank to borrow money when we got each other?
You got equity
I
amongst
get
each
what
other.
you're saying.
They
You
need to
see what
start
I'm
studying
saying?
angel investors.
Sidebar.
Yeah, like they don't teach us financial. Like I don't. I
None.
remember sitting there vividly, man, 7th grade, sitting at my grandma's fucking kitchen table in front of the microwave. I used to have a problem with math, bro. Like I always had a problem with math. Like my dog will tell you, like spelling, reading, comprehending, man, I was always top end. But like math, I always had a problem with math. I could count money, but just doing math, I had a problem with math. And I told my grandmother, she was fussing at me one day about the math. And I was like, I don't even want to graduate. And she was like, why? I was like, shit, because you and my grandfather, y'all old. Y'all probably going to be dead by the time I graduate. So graduating mean nothing. You feel me? And I'm like, I already know what I'm going to be because my grandfather then worked his ass off to set up a plumbing company, you know what I'm saying, for future generations. So everybody can eat, you know what I'm saying? Financial wealth for my family, you know what I'm saying? So why didn't, like schools don't teach us this, but if they teach kids trades in fucking middle school, bro, black people will be way better off, but they don't want to teach us this shit, bro. They don't want to show us this
what's
shit.
your first form of debt whenever you graduated?
Was my
Credit
first
card.
form of debt?
Then what else?
Student loans.
What's
Cell
the
phone.
Student loans.
Student loan.
I know. I feel like now in the era that we in right now, I feel like black entrepreneurship at an all-time high right now. I know my generation for sure know that room to work a job 35 years, 40 years is not done no more, right? Everything is kind of working on its own, right? When y'all was growing up, Walmart had how many cashiers? 30 plus cashiers.
Right.
Walmart got 2 cashiers now.
Yeah.
This motherfucker,
AI.
you ain't got to pay.
Boy,
You ain't got to pay.
Taco
motherfucker
Bell got
no-
the kiosks too, boy.
You feel me?
Damn.
McDonald's now too. You ain't got to pay this.
Damn.
How you know?
And the
I
attitude
go-
better. And the attitude
I,
better.
I
I
gotta
go
deal
across the
with it.
country, right? So I peek in at McDonald's here and there, right? You ain't got to pay this motherfucker no overtime.
Yeah.
This bitch ain't got no benefits.
You can run with minimal personnel.
This bitch broke down one time.
Look,
I ain't never even
I
think
ain't
about that.
cutting you off.
Right.
They did math,
Like, it's the
dog.
thing
Think
about
about this shit.
people-
Damn, they ain't got
people
no
in
taxes,
today's
no
age,
overtime,
bro,
no
about
nothing
that
to pay
shit.
out there.
Nigga don't get tired. Nigga don't
got no
own
we
right
ain't
to label
supposed to
law.
be
Yeah.
fucking with that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you go to Alps, you get your groceries. It look like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to self-checkout line. No, fuck that. I'm gonna stand in line and motherfucker, you gonna check me out.
Yeah.
Because why am I doing
Nigga say,
everything
I
myself?
should get a discount for this shit.
Hey,
bro.
that, you know we getting old. That's his senior citizen. Yeah, I want somebody to check me out,
Yeah.
goddamn.
I'm going
Hey,
to
I
self-check
feel like they
out
should pay us.
because if you lazy bitches, and look at me clearly, if you lazy trifling bitches don't put nobody at that motherfucking register and them fittings don't go down, I'ma keep throwing extra motherfucking fittings in the bag.
Who went up the hill with Jill?
Shit, that's y'all fault. Y'all ain't got nobody at the fucking cash at the cash register, and you want me to scan all the fittings, bag all my shit.
Ain't nobody paying you.
And ain't nobody paying me
You
nothing.
ain't clock in or nothing.
I'm going to give me 2 free 50s.
Niggas getting a 50-inch for a pack of beef.
Shit, I'm saying it's just what it is.
I remember being stupid so long, bro.
Yeah.
A tip, boy. I give you a tip. Don't smoke in bed. Say, look, check this out. Say, bro, I remember being ignorant when I first got the cameras and started filming. And so I was just getting any fucking job. Cool didn't remember this, man. We got invited to film an asset building coalition. Dumb Domino. With no brain, you heard me, little brain, growing a little bit then, but it wasn't like it is now. I'm filming, I got the headphones on, I hear the people talking about predatory lending, that car lots get to tinker the interest rates on who they want to.
Yeah.
And darker and brown people had a high interest rate. So yeah, it's so much stuff that's working against you, systemic, like he said,
that you don't know. You have no way.
Well, watch this. I gotta get this one out because we talking about school.
Go ahead.
He said the average student come out of school $50,000 in debt.
Because I forget
More
shit.
than that now.
It said the average student come out. What the fuck is that? That sound like fake thunder.
Check this though. Check this.
No, watch this. I didn't know I had to save money for my child's school.
Yeah.
And I'm telling people that because I know there's a lot of niggas who ain't gonna raise their hand when they say who got money put up for their cheer in school now.
Exactly.
He ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say, bro, I thought Sally Mae was gonna pay for the shit.
No.
Like, I'm gonna tell you this.
That's what my mind was.
My niece is about to be a junior, bro. I sold my motherfucking favorite car.
Oh Lord.
I swear to God.
Check this.
I sold my car to pay her motherfucking. Hey, bro,
But you understood it. I
listen,
didn't, Nate. That's what I'm telling y'all. I did not understand it until I did that gig.
Hey, you want a clip?
I got some
Let me
high
give you a
shit.
clip.
I got some high shit. I got
Real
some high
shit.
shit.
Everybody who sees this video, if you think it's a game, you can you can DM the Arms2Bare page, DM Johnnie Domino, DM Nate, or DM my man Ron, Life with Ron, or the Antidote if you think it's a game. We could play a fucking game called Systematic Oppression. I can tell you without looking at your Instagram page or any pictures of you what race you are by the 5th number in your social security number. See, people don't know this.
You know,
See, people don't know this.
I ain't know this.
See, this is real facts.
Yeah.
See, the bank, when people say, oh, the bank don't know what color I am, you's a fucking lie. See that 5th number in your social security
That
number?
5?
Even the R, that means what color you are. It tells them whether you were born to a lower income family, whether you were born in the southern states. It tells you a lot of shit, but people don't know it. Because if you went around this room in here, everybody in here gonna have an odd fucking 5th number.
Yeah, look, and your first three in the year kind of tell where you was born at.
Yeah, tell you where you was born at.
Like Baton Rouge, Louisiana niggas, like 81. All of us probably like 434. 4-3 something. And then your middle two gonna be your rate, and your last is like just the random numbers, kind of like that. I'm gonna tell you how I learned that shit.
You won't worry about twerking.
I'm gonna tell you how I know you know that. How I know that. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't doing no more crimes, so I can talk about. I was studying fraud. I was studying fraud, and then when you're doing certain shit like CPN numbers, I was researching. You know, I ain't did it, so I can talk about it. When I'm studying how to create CPN numbers, that's when they teach the breakdown of the social security numbers. And so it's like that bitch tell them everything. Your social tell them everything.
Man, I was watching Malcolm X taught me that shit, bro. Cause I watch a lot of videos of like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Umar. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch a lot of like shit like that. And Malcolm X was saying, he was like, people don't realize how far in the system we are. Like the only solution to the system is segregation. Because you cannot make America make a plan for somebody that the Constitution was not written for. We were not considered human beings when the Constitution was written. So nothing in the Constitution pertains to what they call an African American person. So they never have to treat us fairly here. So until we realize we have to segregate, build our own black schools, our own black financial institutions, and raise our own fucking kids and get off fucking welfare.
We got to get off welfare.
And be
I'm
parents.
glad he said it.
And let's be parents and not friends and child care. Just people who watch children. Like, let's be parents.
If the government taking care of your child, the government the daddy.
The government the daddy, they own them.
If the government take care of your child their whole life, at the end of this life, the daddy want his full custody of that child when he turn 18. And he gotta come stay by daddy jail. That's daddy house. Daddy government house is in that jail. I love food stamps.
Yeah.
You heard me?
You gotta eat, baby.
But we gotta get the fuck off of them.
Yeah.
We gotta get the fuck off of this control.
I got two.
And it's to keep the father, keep the father away from the family.
There's nothing wrong with them.
It ain't nothing wrong with needing them, but when you own them, you still attached to the system.
But
that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? You gotta break
check
that.
this out. When your child goes to East Baton Rouge Parish School, right?
Yeah, ain't your child.
When he or she gets on that bus in the morning time,
Ain't your child.
to the time that bus drops them off, you are not the fucking owner of that child. That is not your child. You have no say-so over that child. If a tornado was to break out at the school, you could not walk in that school in East Baton Rouge Parish and say, give me my kid out of that school. And you don't know it, but when you sign that fucking parental waiver at the beginning of the year, you sign all your rights away. See, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I say Eugene been my friend. Eugene been my friend. And people look at me and be like, oh, that nigga a dummy. Look how he look. I pay attention. I'm an observer. I'm a reader. Right. I read everything. Right. So once I learned that East Baton Rouge Parish had fucked up ways, I went and I read into the shit after the Texas incident with the Parkland where the parents couldn't get in and get their kids. So I'm like, what's going on? And a parent down here said that, say, well, if you have a tornado, say, when you look at the wave on this, but I don't sign papers with school, because this is the thing with a paper with school. What people don't know is the teacher go give your child a paper with them to sign that paper and have it signed to them in 2 to 3 days. That's illegal through the state of Louisiana. Any school paper, they must give you a 30-day notice on, so you have time to read this paper thoroughly. If you want to take it to an attorney and have them look over before you sign it, that's what you do. I never sign nothing immediately that they send me. I don't care what it is. It could be for a field trip. I'm not signing it immediately until I look and watch all the rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not trust these people that's in charge of these kids.
You can't. They ain't no good.
I feel like nobody's gonna put as much into it as you for it come to your own.
Yeah, and that's why I say, bro, it's too easy for us to say, fuck, let's rent a fucking building, bro. It's enough niggas out here buying designer clothes and do y'all realize, bro, one pair of designer shoes will pay more than what a teacher makes per week. Yeah. One pair of designer shoes, my nigga.
Yeah. I'm off that
52
shit.
niggas that buy designer shoes.
Come on, man. You done pay the teacher salary.
I'm about to start wearing Timu.
And that's why I've been saying this shit. This shit is sad, bro.
Even the demand
y'all
for
think we
teachers
falling the wall
because
with
they
Timu?
not getting paid.
But I feel like I feel like the wages for teachers are purposely never be raised.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
they want to dumb our kids down.
They want to dumb our kids down. They do. So I feel like the room for improvement we need to fuck our teachers, right?
Shit.
I had some teachers that pulled their heart out into. Shout out to Coach Reed, bro. He had Santa Monica, my McKinley high school teacher. You feel me? When I was a junior, like Coach Reed was one of the teachers who put their heart into this shit. You know what I mean? Like
love them kids,
like,
man.
Like you know, like just love kids. Period. You know what I mean? Like I feel like most of them kind of know what they're going into as far as income wise. So a lot of them in it for the passion. I feel like a lot of them should be compensated for that. You know what I mean? Like,
and fuck a stipend and all that.
You know?
See, that stipend shit a trick. Like, if you divide that shit up and the nigga working, you know, what they work, bro, that shit trash. But them people need a genuine permanent increase in their money. They don't need a little here, man. Shut up.
Sure.
That's all that shit is.
That's a doggy bone.
Yeah, here, man. Chill out, man.
And this is a pacified doggy bone. And this is all the people throw us in Louisiana. Where here's a doggy bone. We gonna do this for y'all. We gonna do this for y'all. And people be happy about it. Bro, it starts at the top. Like Sharon Winston Broom. Like, you ain't free from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no picks and chooses because I ain't tied to nobody. But I'm saying,
you do what
how
you
the
want.
fuck you gonna let these people tear our fucking neighborhoods down, like just abuse black people, like, and you do nothing about it? Like, y'all will get a police a raise and put 200 more fucking troops on the streets. Before y'all get a teacher's a raise, who teaching the kids? If the fucking kids learn what's right, then maybe they won't do wrong when they get older.
If I can think my way out some shit because I'm smarter,
I got
I'm
some
gonna
all the way
respond
up
different.
shit before Deke made his point about the Social Security shit. So we're just talking about pacifiers and doggy bones, right? And before that, we were talking about our finances and taxes and stuff, right? Y'all but people out like anything. Most shit is not morally wrong, right? And when I say that, weed and all that was never morally wrong. It's just the thing is,
could be taxed.
We can't control the narrative. We couldn't control. Well, they couldn't control the narrative of it. So now that they able to control the narrative of it, it's like, bro, you can sell all the weed you want. We don't care what you do. Just give us our fee. Same thing with guns at FFL. There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with us being able to have firearms, build our own firearms. But morally, it's nothing wrong with it. Oh man, you shouldn't have guns. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be selling guns. Yada yada yada. Bro, take this pacifier, bro.
Hey, give them $200.
It's propaganda.
It's okay.
It's
like the whole thing with the braces and the SBR. It's nothing morally wrong with that. It's just the thing is,
y'all want to be in my business and want me to pay you.
You feel me? It's just like, hey, bro.
Predatory. You getting guns, but that's predatory on.
But that's what. But I'm saying. But
you know what I'm saying?
Like, but we talking about America though. We talking about how deep. Like Malcolm X saying, how deep we into this shit. You can take that same aspect and you can put that in every single field they got. Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries, right? Land is free, right? Not well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but y'all charge us to fish on it.
You charge us to fish on it, right?
For an animal that y'all didn't make.
Who created that fucking company?
Exactly.
Is the thing.
You feel me?
Who gave it the governance? Like, that's what I want our people to do. Break away and build your own system. Some niggas say, hey man, let's take over the swamps. And we're going to call it wildlife and fishery. And we're going to get a nigga that got working at that we didn't got voted in to sign the bill. And we're going to have the right. And all right, who's going to be the boss? We're going to let Bill. Bill run our gun club and all that. We let Bill do it.
We're gonna make
you know what I'm saying? I don't know not one wildlife and fishery agent.
And
I'm that nigga.
But think about how many people still in jail for that shit.
Back in the day. Because that used to be one of my dream jobs. I love the woods. I love hunting. I love fishing. I wanted to be in the woods doing that shit. You feel me? I'm a nigga.
But look,
I'm gonna tell you, I went to the class. I outscored every white boy in the class on the test. I passed the test. But I ain't get a call back for the job.
Right. When it's a test or something, bro, and you really,
I ain't get a call back for the job.
I know.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
My daddy with that shit.
Didn't work.
Like, it's we are so far behind in the system, bro. It is a shame. And they want to take our fucking gun rights away from us.
So we can be bitches.
So
be more
once
control,
they take the gun rights out of our hands, that is what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they want the guns out of our hands so they can be in complete control. If you look at every country that guns have been taken out of the country got completely dismantled after by their own government.
And it just switched up to knife deaths.
Yeah, and like
I said, getting stabbed in London. That's way more gruesome,
got
bro.
fucking 3,000. I told you I was gonna look it up this morning. I told you it was 3,265 murders by knives. And what money it is?
God damn.
What money we in?
They stabbed and shit getting poked over there.
Hey,
how many gun violence was it?
And gun violence over in Baton Rouge, we got 130 bodies.
In 100%, they say Chief did 100%.
And y'all, and they was on this Chief,
funny.
and they bucked that shit to make it on that Chief, man. Shout out Chief Murphy Paul, and you a soldier.
He was a fall guy.
DM me. whatever you need, license, security, whatever you need. Hey, we salute you, my brother.
Man.
I appreciate the fight
Shook that
you
bitch
fought
up.
for us. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
You woke people eyes up, their eyes wasn't woke up.
Right, we related
And,
some type of
you
way.
know
My
what I'm
bad,
saying?
Chief.
And I challenge the new police chief,
Yeah.
LJ McNeely, because that's my boy. We do work on his house too. I challenge any one of y'all to come sit on this couch and let's have an open conversation. If y'all say y'all about community policing, we trying to fix our community. You feel me? So come sit down. Let's have an open conversation. You know what I'm saying? About things that we could do to fix the community. You know what I'm saying? But y'all patrolling or harassing
predatory
our
policing
people is not gonna help.
Nah.
It is not gonna help. Y'all gonna make the crime work violence. Hey, my dog say, FTM all the time. Free the motherfucking money.
Let it go. Let it go, man. Everything moves smoother, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about it, dog. This shit been so bad. Niggas ain't eat since the PPP loan, man.
Yeah.
Nigga was eating so good, nigga was paying their bills. Nigga had their bills on auto draft, man. I seen nigga paying bills, they ain't never paid bills. Nigga owed me money for 14 years, finally paid me when that shit came through, man. Y'all niggas is full of shit, and y'all got to realize, man, everybody want, look, we got to come to, the division is what's fucking us up, right? Fuck religion, division, fuck politics, division. We need all Republican, Democrat, any whatever you believe in, nigga. Bring your stupid ass over here. Let's get this paper.
For sure.
Let's make sure the bottom eat. That's how I live. Because see, if the bottom eat, the bottom don't know how to manage money.
Sure.
Let's just be real. The bottom is the biggest consumer.
Sure.
So when the bottom don't eat, that's when you start seeing recessions and shit. You need consumers, goddammit. So guess what? You want
consumer. That's
but if we real niggas, watch this. I'm gonna break this down to you. You want nigga tell you hate Trump, hate Republicans, everything else, right? Hate Democrat, hate this. Fuck all that. Because if I get rich, guess what I'm gonna want to do? Duck taxes.
Well,
so why am I mad at a nigga? Nigga building propaganda in your head because you ain't rich yet, telling you to hate a nigga because he ducking taxes. And as soon as you get all that fucking money, you gonna be hiring accountants to duck taxes. Well, I ain't got no problem with that.
Then what I'm gonna say about that type of shit, politics.
We in the game.
You got the left wing and you got the right wing. It's a fucking bird. It's the bald fucking eagle.
Bitch ain't shit without the other wing.
That's what I'm saying. It's all working together.
You saw, but that what a nigga need to ask a nigga. You ever seen a bird flying with one wing?
No.
They need a left and a right wing to come together and make that bitch fly.
A left cheek and a right cheek is a whole ass.
Hey, that's what I want.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit.
I'm trying to run no party.
But look, check
I
this out.
want to run no party so I can say, I want to help them niggas protect that bag and I want to help the complete bottom. I guarantee you that thrive, dog.
I know with me growing up, right? See, I grew up in Skyler, right? So I was taught that narrative. Of always vote Democrat for the people. The Democrat for the people. They look out for the poor people, and they only look out for the people
silos in their family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The
Republicans, know shit about that.
The Republicans,
it's a lot of niggas getting paid that ain't doing the work,
right?
Too.
And that what I was taught growing up until I grew up. And like you said, of course, if I get a little paper, I'm gonna want to duck taxes, right? Then if I'm not into firearms, I don't give a fuck what they do to firearms. They can ban them bitch for all I care. But the fact that I'm into that, I care about, I care about who speaks on that. You know, like
Democrat. I think Democrats. This just my interpretation how I was raised on Democrats and Republicans.
I know where you're going to.
Yeah. You need to tell them a back history who you kin to too.
Is a person that's like this.
Yep. Ain't never got shit.
A Republican is a motherfucker that's gonna go out there and get his money.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna wait. They not gonna be confined inside no box and say I ain't gonna do this.
They got budget. They got everything.
They gonna get their money.
He ain't lying.
Democrats want handouts. Republicans are people that are going to work for their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my interpretation.
Now look, you talking about the politicians or the person himself, like.
But they kind of all share the same value.
They the same fucking people.
It's the same people.
But watch this though. This the thing that he just said, bro. I worked Hillary Clinton campaign in Baton Rouge. Every piece of Hillary Clinton you seen in Baton Rouge, that was mine. On that campaign, that's when I found out about the 94 crime bill. I didn't even know she had did that shit because I'm a street nigga.
Yeah.
We wasn't listening to nothing. We don't watch the news.
You know, in high school when that shit happened.
We didn't fucking know through high school.
She had a hand in all
some women. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm doing her campaign, I'm talking to my other partner. He
That's
say
that three strikes, you know. Just make
like
okay,
really putting us down on crack law and shit like that too.
Okay.
So watch this. My partner, my black partner, he a Republican though. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He cool nigga. He make a lot of money. He won't protect it.
Yeah, for sure.
They asked this nigga to DJ. Now I looked at what this why it makes sense what he said this and this. He made $5,000 DJing.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the whole city for $5,000.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Cause this is my first campaign. Big, like I got a piece of the presidential. I got Baton Rouge. When the presidential shit called Baton Rouge, I had that bitch. That was big for me.
For sure.
I wanted it on the resume too. Got that bitch busted down with Jesus action.
Yeah.
Got that bitch, me and Jesus passed all that shit out. And then I want to see what niggas don't understand is, I gotta teach this. This is your show. I got to teach y'all this, bro. And this is something I really don't be giving niggas because niggas don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,